Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about fractions, decimals and percentage. Here we have three models. The first model will be for the fraction, the second will be for the decimal, the third will be for the percentage. How do I write my fraction? My numerator, the number that's up, is for the shaded parts only. My denominator, the number that's down, is for the total number of parts. So here my fraction will be 1 over 2 as I have one shaded part out of two parts. Now in this lesson, my superstar form is the fraction. I will use the fraction in all questions. If you're asked to get the fraction, use a fraction. If you're asked to get a decimal, use a fraction first. If you're asked to get a percentage, use a fraction also first. So here in the decimal, I will try to write a fraction first. My fraction is 5 over 10 because I have 5 parts are colored out of 10 parts. Now, is this ready to be written as a decimal? Yes, because if I need to write any number as a decimal, I need it to be written first as a fraction with the denominator 10, 100 or 1000. So how do I write 5 over 10 as a decimal? I have 1 0 down in the denominator, which means one digit inside the decimal, so it will be 0.5. Now the percentage, I told you get the fraction first. I have here 50 squares are colored out of 100 squares. Is this ready to be written as a percentage? Yes, because if you need to write any number as a percentage, all of what you need to have is a fraction with the denominator 100. So you will write the 50 as it is, and instead of over 100, you will put the percentage sign. Now let's solve some examples. Write each number as a fraction. This is the easiest question ever because you will put a number in the numerator and a number in the denominator, and then you will get it in the simplest form. 6%. How do I write this as a fraction? We said instead of the percentage sign, we will put over 100. So it's going to be 6 over 100. Is this the simplest form? No, because these two numbers, the 6 and the 100, are even numbers. So I can divide by 2 up and down. When I divide by 2 up and down, the answer will be 3 over 50, which is the simplest form. 0.72. How do I write this as a fraction? Write everything that you have in the numerator and think about the denominator. How many digits are inside the decimal here? 2 digits. So how many zeros will I need in the denominator? 2 zeros. So it's going to be 72 over 100. Is this the simplest form? No. I need to divide by 2 because I have two even numbers. Divide by 2 up and down. You will get 36 over 50. Is this the simplest form? Not yet. I still have two even numbers. So again, divide by 2 up and down. I will get 18 over 25, which is the simplest form. 0.04. How do I write this as a fraction? The same as what we did in question B. Write everything you have up and down. You have two digits inside the decimal, so it will be over 100. I need to get it in the simplest form. Divide by 4 up and down. Because the 4 works with both numbers, you will get 1 over 25, which is the simplest form. 0.3. How do I write this as a fraction? Write everything that you have up and down. Think, is it going to be 10, 100 or 1000? It's going to be 3 over 10 because I have only one digit inside the decimal. This is the simplest form. I don't need to do any more steps. Now, write each number as a decimal. What do I need to get the decimal form? As I told you, the superstar form is the fraction. So first I need to write the number that I have as a fraction. Then I will try to get in the denominator 10, 100 or 1000. Then it's going to be ready to be written as a decimal. I have 4 over 5. Is this ready? No, because my denominator is 5. What do I do to solve the problem? I need to make this denominator 10, 100 or 1000. So multiply by 2 up and down. Why did I choose multiplying by 2? Because 5 times 2 will give me 10, and then this will solve the problem. So now I have 8 over 10. Is this ready to be written as a decimal? Yes. I have 1 0 down in the denominator, so only one digit will be inside the decimal, so it will be 0.8. 9%, my superstar form, is the fraction. So write it as a fraction first. Is this ready to be written as a decimal? Yes. So it's going to be 0.09, because take care, I have only one digit up, which is the 9, and 2 zeros down, so I have to write it in this form. 605%. What is my superstar form? It's the fraction. How could I write this as a fraction? Write everything you have up, and instead of the percentage sign, put over 100. Now, is this ready to be written as a decimal? Yes, because I have 100 in the denominator. So how do I write this as a decimal? Do you remember this lesson when we were dividing by 10, 100, and 1000? If I don't have a decimal point, or I don't have any zeros to be cancelled, I'm going to put a decimal point for myself next to the 5, and then I will make 2 jumps to the left hand side. So the decimal point will be between the 6 and the 0, and my answer will be 6.05. 2 over 8. Do you remember how to solve the problem of the 8? I need this denominator to be 10, 100, or 1000. Which number do I use? I'm going to use 125. Whenever you see 8 in the denominator, multiply by 125, because this will give you 1000. Now, am I going to do this only in the denominator? Of course not. Do the same for the numerator also. So I need to multiply 2 by 125. Do it step by step. 2 times 5 is 10, 0 and carry up 1. 2 times 2 is 4, and I have 1, so it will be 5. 2 times 1 is 2, so it's going to give me 250 over 1000. Is this ready to be written as a decimal? Yes. I'm going to put 3 digits inside the decimal, because I have 3 zeros down in the denominator. So the 2 and the 5 and the 0, all of them will be inside the decimal, and I will not have a whole number, and this will be the answer. Now I have 3 over 4. Can I write this as a decimal? No, because my denominator here is 4, and I need the denominator to be 10, 100, or 1000. How do I solve the problem of the 4? Whenever we see 4, we multiply by 25, up and down. So this will give me 75 over 100. Is it ready now? Yes. I'm going to put 2 digits inside the decimal, because I have 2 zeros down in the denominator. So it's going to be 0.75. Now, the last type, write each number as a percentage. What do I need to get a percentage? I need a fraction with the denominator 100. So as we said, my superstar form is the fraction. I have to write my number as a fraction first, then try to make your denominator 100, then it will be ready to be written as a percentage. 8 over 50. Is this ready? No, because I have 50 in the denominator. How to solve this problem? I'm going to multiply this 50 by 2. And of course, I will do the same up. Because when I multiply 50 by 2, it will give me 100. And this is the number that I need. So multiply by 2, up and down. It will give you 16 over 100. Is it ready now? Yes, it's going to be 16%. Now, I have 0.07. What is my superstar form? It's the fraction. How could I write this as a fraction? I have only 7, and I have 2 digits inside the decimal. So it's going to be 7 over 100. Is this ready? Yes, it's going to be 7%. Now I have 0.3. Start with the superstar form, which is the fraction. How could I write this as a fraction? I have only 1 digit inside the decimal, so it will be 3 over 10. Is this ready to be written as a percentage? No, because as we said, in the percentage, my denominator has to be 100. How do I make this 10 100? Just multiply by 10, up and down. It will give you 30 over 100. Now, it's ready to be written as a percentage, and it will give me 30%. 3 over 25. Is this ready? No, because I have 25 in the denominator. How to solve this problem? How do I convert the 25 to 10, 100, or 1000? Just multiply by 4, up and down. it will give you 12 over 100. Now it's ready to be written as a percentage. It will be 12%. Now it's your turn. Try by yourself to solve these questions. Stop your video till you get the answers to check your answers in the next slide. Try by yourself to solve these questions also. Stop your video till you get the answers to check the answers in the next slide. Thank you.